G'day lads, Cyanide here. I thought I'd do another quick catch-up video. Where was I at? The last video I did about a month ago, I'm thinking, was I had ordered the electrics for the white Freightliner project, and yeah, still waiting for half of those to come in. It's been a month, about 50% of the items are arrived, so yeah, pretty slow shipping down here. I was watching a video maybe when I ordered that stuff, and there was a geezer complaining that his RC parts took 2 weeks. I'd be pretty happy if my parts turned up in 2 weeks, I gotta say. Anyway, since then, while I was waiting for these parts to turn up, what did I do? I got something in my eye, and that put me out for about a week. Had to let that heal. Couldn't do any welding or grinding, very light sensitive. Like a fool, I still went to work and sat in front of a computer screen for 8 hours a day, but I learned that was a bad idea, so I ended up taking lots of painkillers and patched my eye and let it heal properly. Then after that I went away for about a week, went bush, no tech, that was pretty cool. Then when I got back I did some work on this crane that I was chatting about. You can see that's what's left of the letter boxes that I had put aside to build the crane house, and I'm making a start on the booms as well. This is top half of the boom, I suppose you call it, I don't know. It's got a wee wooden jig holding it together, and I'm just putting in the lattice work now. I was wondering about a week or so ago why Jonathan W wasn't filming the repair work and rebuilding the boom for the crane he's working on, and the 1/1 scale one, of course, and because I thought that'd be very interesting. But having done this in miniature scale, I can see why he's not filming it. It's tedious and repetitive and really not that much fun to do, let alone watch, I expect. So yeah, anyway, crane house, I'll go and grab it out of the garden. It's out in the garden weathering, so I'll go and grab that and show you what I've got up to on that project in the meantime. And probably in the next week or so I'm going to just jump back onto that white Freightliner, whether all the electrics have turned up or not, because I want to get on with it. So yeah, give us a sec. Okay, so the crane house, that's what's happened to these letter boxes. You'll remember, let's see if you can see that, number 52 there. So what I did was I cut the front and the back off the letter box and used these as doors for access here, and that's worked out pretty well. They're just hinged by in here with these little rods, which are push-bite spokes. I didn't get too carried away knocking the panel straight or anything like that. I left it damaged and patinaed, so it looks like it's been left open and caught on something. So, but that'll give me plenty of access to build stuff in there. So that turned out to be a cool thing to use the ends of the letter boxes for. I mean, that wasn't planned, that was just one of those happy accidents, you know. Ain't that clever. The back's done, so that's looking all good. Used the natural patina, and that's capped up top there. And on this side I've got a cavity where a motor would go, I guess. Steps, little, actually in here I've got little pedals and a few levers, little seat, and of course the door. It slides closed and open, and glass. I put a lot of effort into putting this CD jewel case in there to not damage it, and when I welded it in I completely forgot, and it got splatter and put holes in it, so now it's got bullet holes, I guess. Turned a mistake into a feature. It's got a little latch up top for the guy to look up, and it's got glass in the front and a screen, windscreen protection mesh, and no glass there because it's an old crane. So yeah, it's getting there, and this is the boom that I've worked on thus far. It goes up to here. I haven't put the end caps on yet. I will mount these two parts of boom together before I do that, so it's straight. What else can I say about this? Not a lot really. That's it from the top. This comes off, this back bit, it's just sitting there. But I think I've got plenty of room to put in winch drums and whatnot. So yeah, I've been watching Jonathan W's crane fixing video series with interest to pick up little things on how to do the rigging. Yes, that's pretty cool. It's looking crusty and rusted, and yeah, looking the part. So yeah, that's pretty much the catch up for this crane. I think it's coming along pretty good. I'm going to go and stick it back out in the garden, I guess, while I do the rest of this boom, which won't be today, but I think it will be pretty good when it's done. It's quite big. If I'd say it's probably a foot long, 12 inches near about, so yeah, I would call that, the house is probably 12 by 8 or thereabouts roughly inches, so 30 by 20 millimeter nearabouts, yeah, 300 by 200 millimeter, I should say, centimeters, Jesus man. So yeah, that's what I've been playing around with. And yeah, so hopefully the next video I'll have more electronics and we can get back onto the that white Freightliner. But yeah, what else? Still got this slew gear under here, which is made out of a Lazy Susan bearing with push bike sprocket welded to it, or bolted to it I should say. I don't have a lot of faith that's going to hold. I think it's going to come apart. So I'm probably going to switch it over to plan B, which was this, using this bearing and stuff out of this burnt out grinder head. That's my thinking anyway. Yeah, cool. It looks crusty as all hell, but that's the whole point. It's supposed to look like it was pulled out of a paddock, just pretty much what Jonathan W's doing with that crane. Oh, this box, this crane, its designation number is it's a 52 LB, which is because it's made out of letter boxes. It's the LB, and it was number 52. You could also call it low bucks, I suppose, but that's a little tip of the hat to the 22 RB cranes and things like that. Yeah, getting there with this thing. Garden art. Cool. Yeah, I like it. It's pretty neat. Anyway, guys, that's enough waffle. I don't have anything else to add other than a little bit of show and tell on this piece of junk. But I think it'll look the part when it's finished. I was going to make this, well, still planning to make this a truck-mounted crane, but I am seriously looking at other ways to try and do a carriage, I think they're called, or an undercarriage, and put some tracks under there. But I don't know what to do about doing tracks. Thought maybe timing chains or something like that, I don't know. Anyway guys, quick catch up, that's the way it is on this channel at the moment.